Alright. Call to order Myrtle Creek City Council regular council meeting for May 19th, 2026. Roll call, please.
Councilor Diana Wilson. Here. Councilor Kathy Rath. Here. Councilor Jamie McElmurray. Here. Councilor Robert Cheney.
Here.
And Mayor Dillon.
Here.
For the record, Councilor Vickell is absent.
Stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public presentations. Citizens heard on non-agenda items. We have one. Steve Wright. Yes. Right. If you would come up and set. Oh, you got to put me up front. You state your name.
Do I stand or sit?
You can sit.
Oh, good. It's been a long day.
Yeah, say your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Stephen Wright. Address is 414 Moonlight Lane, Myrtle Creek, Star Route. Okay. Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Okay, I came here to request that I'm not sure exactly what the ordinance is and all that, legal stuff, but I understand there's an ordinance that's allowing people to camp or spend the night at certain areas, and other areas are excluded. The disc golf course has been one area where people have been sleeping on a regular basis now. And I would just like to request that maybe we have our disc golf course in that group of areas that are excluded for these people to spend the night. Okay, and basically that's it. I can give reasons why, or if needed be.
Have you noticed that's been an issue? I'm not speculating.
I haven't, because I haven't received any feedback or complaints on that. We do some walks out every once in a while. We have, of course, a couple times, people on the edge of this golf course that were staying or camping outside the restricted hours. But it sounds like you got some information.
Well, there was one just last Wednesday, one of your officers went into the park specifically to address this issue with the campers. I understood it was supposed to be an hour before dark, and they were supposed to be gone an hour after daylight. Is that close, or?
There's some times it changes depending on the time of the year because of the time change. I'd have to go back. And
That makes sense, yeah. But for the record, they were there very early before dark, and the other day they didn't leave till after 9-10 o'clock. So there's it's not being upheld or enforced. Yeah,
I think it's complaint based. So like if somebody's there and nobody's telling
right.
the city,
Yeah, and that's why I'm here. Yeah, that's why I got lucky and called. And they said there was a meeting tonight. And if I may, I'm kind of a voice for a lot of the disc golfers, only because I've been doing this for over 30 years. I'm the one that helped build that course, all the courses in Douglas County, pretty much. And so I'm speaking on this isn't a personal thing for me. Well, it is. Yeah, I don't like it either, but I'm speaking on behalf of all our disc golfers, and also not just disc golfers, but people who just walk their dogs. Now, we're seeing more of that. The course has been in for over 10 years now. For the last 3 or 4 years, there's been just an influx of recreators, just regular people, which is great. We disc golfers are trying to build a relationship with them, so where they don't think, oh, they're disc golfers, because we had to get rid of that stigma 30 years ago to start building courses, So at any rate, just speaking up, if we could find another place for them other than our course, because I'm positive that public urination and public defecation is against the law, right? We've got pictures of stuff that they're leaving there. I don't want to show them, but it's gross. It's not fair. We've got kids that come out, get a brand new disc from Brandon over there at the store, and they go out and they throw their first disc and it lands in human poop. That's why I'm here. Okay? So, okay.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Steve. Adios.
Consent agenda,
There's the.
part one, part two, approval of minutes of regular city council meeting for May 5th, 2026, and acknowledgement of receipt of payroll and claims report for April 2026.
I make a motion that we accept consent agenda part 1 and consent agenda part 2.
I'll second.
Any discussion on those? All right, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. There it is. All right, department reports, finance officer report.
Yes, I would like to enter my financial records on the record. Give me questions.
Any questions for? Non, police department report.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'd like to submit my report as written and answer any questions you may have.
That log truck that rolled over in there. Did they get a ticket or anything?
I have no idea because we just assisted in it. It was the sheriff's office because it was just outside the city limits right there where the two roads intersect, South Myrtle Division or Division Riverside, whatever you want to call it. So I have no idea.
So the state.
County sheriff's office, yeah, because it was just outside the city limits, I don't know, quarter mile or so.
What company was it?
Brent Olson.
Thank you.
Brent Nelson.
Brett
Brett Nelson.
Nelson with an N.
That Winston.
No. Yeah, because that's the second one in like a month, because there was one in Roseburg, downtown Roseburg. Lost their load also. So I'm just wondering, what kind of sanctions that they get? Is it enough to make them,
He probably don't have a job for one thing.
yeah, if he was sanctioned?
No, when they wreck like that stuff and they go, it's supposed to be speeding, they get rid of them right away. Just reckless driving. He just came around the corner too far, too fast.
Right, well, then he's lucky it's reckless driving and not worse.
Right.
Because that's a long one.
I have a question about the two people in Millside that allegedly started the fire over there.
Yeah, and so, and Manny was on that too. It was right, because the call came in, it made it sound like it was somebody who had some type of illegal fire and started the fire. I don't think that was the case. You couldn't find anything. It started, it could have been a cigarette thrown right there at the edge of the walking trail. I believe, I don't know.
It was just right on the edge there, so they could, anybody walking by could have dropped a cigarette there or stuff, but I couldn't find anything for sure stuff.
So there was I heard there was a couple over there.
We found a camp down there during that, and then the officer went back later that night or the next day and sighted those campers. They were at a camp down by the creek,
Yeah.
tucked back up in the brush.
Yeah,
So he went down and sighted them and got them out of there.
so he
But they were reportedly walked by there, but there was nothing that we could prove that they
Yeah.
started it or what, so.
so they cited him, right?
For the camping, yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
it's either later that night or the next day.
Yeah, because I think in a sense, this is kind of related to the guy, that spoke earlier. If it had been a fire in September, because there were several little fires, and I don't know how you guys, if you use spray or whatever, but that could have been, I think, to me, what I was thinking was it was so early in the year, in the spring, that the ground was still wet, and we didn't have any wind, so,
It was about the same time as the log truck wreck, and I had to leave wreck up there.
oh yeah, that's right, yeah, I
So,
heard,
take care of that.
I heard that.
But I had the wrong truck, so I had to go back to haul with the other truck. And I knew it wasn't going nowhere, it wasn't moving very fast at all.
You knew it wouldn't be a problem, so you just spray it then?
And I just watered it down really good, and got the hot spots out, and
Uh-huh. So I thought I was gonna have a heart attack trying to report that, because I had to run. And I'm a walker, but I haven't ran for a while. And that was definitely scary for me. That's like my biggest fear, is fire. And then when I saw all those little, I passed out. I mean, it was scary, so.
The active shooter training, is that for all the officers or?
Yeah, so all of those officers, including our reserves, actually, our reserves actually one of the trainers, because when he was with Rosebud Police Department, he'd taken classes and stuff and so he's an active shooter trainer. So this will be the third phase. The first phase was a little bit lower, lower pace. The second phase, we have to do a little bit more of the scenarios and stuff, and the third one will be at I don't know if you like the school. Yeah, like middle school, that's what we'll be doing out there. And so like the second one we did, we had a couple of people who participated in role play. So there was actually two teenage girls and then 2 adult males that were role players during that. And they did a really good job, and they were armed as well, like the 2 males were with, the same airsoft guns that we're using. And then this one, there'll be a lot more role players regarding, there'll be teachers and students and stuff like that. So make it a little more realistic in regards to responding to things like that.
Hopefully we'll never have to use them in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the first couple just wasn't like, when you think of active shooter, you think of some, big business or school or something like that. So the first couple wasn't just surrounded like that. It would be like if we responded to, say, a residence where there was, somebody hostage situation or anything like that. So we just tried to throw a bunch of different scenarios that, you're possibly going to face and try to get any mistakes that we would make done there and learn from them that way. And if you have to do it in real life, you kind of learn and don't make those same mistakes.
Any other questions for Chief? All right, fire department report.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, submit my report and answer any questions you may have.
How's the family doing in that one fire? I guess that was this month, but
They're doing pretty good. The girl, she's raised more heck online than from what people tell me, because I'm grateful for what they did for her, Red Cross, but the older couple, but
Sorry.
you can't, they help them out as much. I want to thank Jonathan for getting the Red Cross service, because it's usually about a 4-hour turn before they get there. And he called them right away, pretty much, and then he had traffic all directed around, so fire trucks could get right in there and stuff, not have to worry about all the traffic. So there's a potential of 3 houses there.
yeah, I know like one definitely burned out and so 2 others got caught fire or?
Well, it didn't catch it yet. The yellow house, the windows got really, they ended up being cracked and stuff. And they burnt the fascia up on the eave of the house. It was going that way because the trees caught on fire just right there. It started back in the garage back there. And that's where I concentrated first and tried to knock it down, because there's another house there. They're heading towards their patio. So they had them evacuate out of that house too. I had to try to get the other guy out there. He's out there with his little garden hose trying to spray flames over his head. We really wasn't getting nowhere, but like I said, all the other fire department showed up pretty fast, so we had a total of 30 firemen on the scene. So that's a big bunch there.
Yeah.
And the house, it started back in the back, and once it got in the house, it just took off. It was a hoarder's house too, so.
Oh, no. That.
Yeah, so when we got there, there was an elderly female, 2 children, adult female, and a couple dogs that were still in the house, and we were able to get out. And you were asking about how they were doing. So we kept 2 of their dogs in the kennels up until today. They came and picked up their dogs from the kennels today. Because they didn't have any place for them. They've been in a hotel room, but they've got a place right now to take their dogs. And they're just kind of waiting on what insurance is going to do for, they're going to rebuild or they're going to find something else. But
Yeah, insurance guys come sometime this week or next week. And
Do you know how it started?
kind of ideal. It has air conditioning in the back, hooked up to extension cords in the house.
Cool.
So,
would do
huh?
That would do
Yeah, so that's kind of, that's my thing, look there, but I'm not an investigator, certified investigator.
Sure.
So, that's just what I put in my report, so. Yeah, I just think we got the other fire departments and stuff, it really takes the fire department stuff. They respond pretty quick. But it's kind of funny, he got the call out before I did. The police department did.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. I actually, it came up, and I talked to you guys about the fire whistle and knowing that, and then they'll go up on the fire screen, which doesn't come up on our screen in the office. We don't have any access to it. And for whatever reason that day, it popped up on our screen, the police law enforcement screen, and, my records, Tiffany, said, oh, there's a structure fire upon blah, 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 the streets. I'm like, okay, so I headed out the door, and I was already in my car, and actually turning up onto the 3rd Street there before the whistle even ever started going off. I'm assuming that's about the time you guys probably got the page.
It's the same thing.
So I don't know what. There's a lot of things going on right now because of the new radio system that's been installed, and they're trying to work the bugs out and get it all fixed. So yeah, there's
Our radio
some
system,
issues.
our radio system really messed up. You try to get hold of dispatch, you can't get hold of them, you keep on calling, they finally get back to you and stuff, and it's just, their radio system, they just, I don't know.
Well, it's a lengthy project that would normally take about 3 years to do, and they fast tracked it within a short period of time because of grant funding and grant deadlines. So they threw this thing up really fast, and now they're trying to get all the bugs worked out, and they will. It'll take place. It's just gonna take some time.
It's like nothing's being like missed, hopefully, like,
Delayed.
or delayed, like, are you finding like there's like delays on anything, that we're not getting anything?
I mean, this is the only example that I could say was kind of weird that we came up on our screen and the fire whistle, went off. I was already in my car and heading out, but no, we're just having problems with communication sometimes. Like, for instance, last night my guys are trying to get out on traffic stops and dispatch can't hear them, or dispatch is hearing them and trying to communicate back and they can't hear dispatch, or the officers down here are hearing each other, but dispatch isn't hearing them. So, then they switch them over to another channel where they can communicate. And like I said, they've got the company, they're out here working on these towers every day and trying to get the system to where it's supposed to be. It's just,
That's the
it's
same.
gonna take some time. I think it's a very complex and complicated system and issue, so it's not just gonna be fixed overnight.
That's the same problem we got too.
But about the time that you get it all streamlined, they're gonna change it to something else.
Well, no, I mean, it shouldn't be in my career time, right? Because the last one that was installed, I think it was around 2004 to 2006 when they started working on it. They put the system in, and then it's just outdated. They don't make parts for the radio system and stuff anymore. So they went to this new system, got the federal grant, right? So I don't think that the system's going to change for some years down the road.
Hopefully another 20 years.
20 or 30 years, yeah.
And for the radio.
Well, how long have they been working on putting it together at this point?
It went up, March, I think.
Yeah, you did, last month.
I think we switched over around March of this year.
It's
So,
not done.
yeah, and I hear them, daily on the radio out testing the radio techs that don't work for the county. It's a company that installs the system, so. But yeah, I want to say what do we have? 18 towers, 30-some towers in the county. And so, like I said, it's complex, it's very big.
I have a question for the fire chief, and I know I should know this, but I haven't memorized it yet. When is the burning? How long does burning?
Well, the fire season, we talked about, DFBA's talked about it might be this weekend.
This weekend it'll be over.
Memorial,
People can't-
right after Memorial Weekend, they'll probably start fire season, so there'll be no more burden.
Is that normal, like right around
No,
Memorial?
they're actually about 3 weeks ahead of time.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's interesting, because I did hear a report that on record, this year, 2026, is is the driest in the United States, probably in the world, but they specifically.
Water
said-
drought season ready.
Yeah, is that right? How long? has
They
that been?
declared drought, about a couple weeks ago.
Do you know how long it's been?
No, I don't know. how long it's been.
Like a
Back
year?
76, I think, but the last time they had it really bad.
Really?
That's what I'm thinking, but that's been a long time.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
For some, of you guys have been born, so.
I can think of the late nineties, early 2000s that we had a lot of less rain than we have this year. I mean, our river levels are very good compared to like, it was the late nineties, early 2000s. And I only relate that to, because I'm a fisherman, I had a boat, and I couldn't float this river all year until we got a little bit of rain in March.
Yeah.
And then it came up, and it was still really low, and I
Mhm.
could have floated it 2 weeks ago.
And you're okay, yeah, because I've had people in the park tell me, oh, you know, because I like the sun. And they say, oh, we need more rain, it's really dry, you know, so.
Well, rain, we got over the weekend too, helped it a little bit too, so it may just go another week before they open it back up or put the fire season,
Okay.
but it's coming pretty bad.
Yeah, BLM declared it.
Yeah,
All their land.
you got, down in Medford, it's got, they're already fire season. That area, Eastern Oregon's already in fire season,
Is that right? Wow,
so.
thank you.
Have you done anything about getting some training on electric vehicles in accidents, not the fire end, just dealing with?
We do that all the time, and stuff. Right now, we gotta concentrate on wildfire and stuff like that. But the car fires, you know, we all kinda know that and get training
Yeah,
on stuff.
I'm not particularly concerned about the car fire, because we've already beat that up and decided you can't put it out, but you need to know what you can do.
Yeah, we got
What
that.
you can do.
Yeah.
To get the people out,
Oh,
so that they're safe.
If the car's not locked, we can get them out, we just break
Right,
the
so,
window.
and if the car is locked, so you need to know,
We know, we just break a window.
yeah, because I know other fire departments are, it's on their radar, because it's not, yeah.
Yeah, we
but
got,
when-
we get emails all the time about it, all the fire departments around the county and state, and, you know, they talk about, we just had a class down in Candyville about ion batteries and stuff, and so.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not worried about fire and it, just being able, like that Tesla that was stuck in the fast lane for however long.
Yeah.
Because you guys didn't know what to do to get it on the tow truck or.
So it was locked up, and she had the key with her, and the ambulance headed to Roseburg.
Right, so those are the kind of things that I think that are important for
Yeah.
everybody to know electric cars and how they work.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is hook it up, which tow trucks got these little wheels, they put them on, slide them up on the back, and that's the way to do it. There's no way to push them around, you can't push them off the road or anything.
So how long was that one in the fast lane there?
Oh, it was probably 15-20 minutes for a tow truck showed up.
And then you just were able to get it out of the way quick?
Oh, yeah, once the tow truck showed up, he's dealt with it before, because they're locked up, the wheels don't move, nothing moves, it's got these little roller-like things put underneath the tires, and they just roll right on the back. So, no, we train it, there's a lot of things we gotta train on, so.
All right, any other questions from Hank? Moving on, Public Works report.
Like to submit my report as written, and answer any questions.
Can't remember, whether I saw anything, about pothole repair. I wonder, been wondering about Maple Street for a while. Can you give me any kind of idea what, like where we are on the list of
Pothole repairs?
streets? Yeah,
I think we're trying to get through spraying right now, and usually after Summerfest, then we start doing all the pothole patches.
what's that?
After Summerfest.
Oh, after, okay,
Yeah,
thank
we gotta
you.
wait till it warms up, otherwise the mix gets cold on the way back.
Yeah, thank you. This thing works great, by the way, if I put it to my ear.
What is,
Okay, thank you.
what is Flight?
They are a company who sells pumps. It's a specific kind of pump for wastewater systems.
All right, any other questions? Who's that? We have no regular agenda items. City administrator report.
So it looks like Madrona is gonna be done by the end of the week, Thursday or Wednesday.
That's what they told me.
The golf course is still, not caught up on the game. So, and I will, where you guys would, how you guys feel if we dropped a meeting or two here and there. So we have the first meeting of the month, because we gotta have this one to do our head of the board. So if we don't have anything on the agenda, how would you guys feel about not having a meeting?
Well, then we wouldn't get paid. Time is always a good gift for me, you know, but if there's something going on, you know.
Is there a certain time that we need to notify if the meeting is canceled?
It just wouldn't go on the public meeting schedule, and we were looking at July and August, just depending if there was no items.
Rick and I
That
will
were-
both be gone for the first meeting in July.
There we go.
I'm gonna be gone for the second.
And the second ones we were looking at, thinking that we should keep those because those have all of our department reports on them. And I believe the second meeting, well, no, first and second are both in our code, so we would just notice.
So it'd be just the first one, you said? The only concern I have is if something, you know, the span will be longer, so our meetings that we do attend will possibly could be longer because we kind of doing a catch-up kind of thing. But that's my own.
So if there's nothing on the agenda, there would be nothing to extend, so.
Right.
Well, that's what it used to be years ago, when I was on council, the first time it was one meeting a month. And then 2008 or 9 or 10, it's when they switched to 2 meetings a month. Because they were tired of coming in here at 7 and being here till midnight. So they switched to 2 meetings a month at that point.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But if there's nothing on the agenda, why, you know, there's.
So like, is the plan to kind of think about July and August? And tentatively, we're going to be canceling those, is that?
The first meeting of the month, if there were no items that were pressing that needed to be addressed at that
So the
time.
idea would be that if there was agenda items, but then you wait till the second meeting, that's for you guys to be pushing.
Move it on.
And
So that could make for a long meeting.
that will be all right for claims and payroll.
Yeah.
Okay. That used to be, the big thing about having one, the first, was in order to approve all the claims and all that, so we pay out all the bills and all that good stuff.
She made them.
Well, I understand that, but when an auditor comes in, it's a different story.
All right, anything else?
One of our sewer fund operators got nominated to be operator of the year this year. This is really worrying.
All right, yeah. How does that individual get that, how do they get nominated?
I think it's peers and other operators around the state.
That's cool.
Or it's a peer with other operators around the state, the people he works with. And they're not saying it's well done. With the plaque he'll get, he'll get right up and get it. And I think he doesn't do a full operator. He will finish that, but really kind of go wrong. Probably all.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Do you have the, golf carts someplace where they're covered?
Yes. You car line.
In the cart farm, we have a cart farm.
You know, car line.
Okay.
If they have to be covered and then all their charges are in, they'll have to be. If they weren't, they would be protected from people stealing them or going out and everything. As soon as we're close, as soon as everything's done, we get it locked and start going.
Did you find out anything with the kitchen?
No,
No, going back and forth.
still waiting on the county.
I mentioned this to them. Join the vision and they like. Good, like if we had somebody who was interested in coming in, could we utilize them to go to the county on the behalf to, you know,
Right,
push for that?
do the legwork on
Maybe
figuring out.
they would have. Not saying that they don't have their opportunity to do it or that, but it's something, another person kind of coming at it.
Has anybody inquired about opening the kitchen?
I have been harassing the county trying to get it inspected so I can make sure that it's up to par. And when we find somebody, they can just move in and do their setup stuff and start. The county doesn't seem to see it that way. They want me to start doing kitchen layouts and stuff. I'm not running the kitchen. I just want to make sure that my hood and all that stuff's very much in progress.
Yeah. So, but if we found somebody that was interested in doing that, then they could.
I know it's like
The county
opposite way, backwards
jump
way
through
you're
all
thinking,
those.
maybe there's an opportunity there.
Maybe
If we know somebody.
there was a couple of people that were interested, nobody's came to us with a plan. Or we, I guess we really go hoping to get it so that it was ready. So they didn't extend their time out. So we
Yeah, maybe there was, maybe like was there an expectation that we would have people interested in talking to us about it, or we kind of put that on hold? Because,
I think it was a little bit put on hold due to funding and not knowing what we're gonna spend.
yeah.
For the fiscal year coming, and I've been with county, waiting on county.
You just want an inspection, right?
You
Just
think
an
it would
inspection.
think it would be that simple,
Yeah.
Could you get maybe, interested parties to submit, what they would want as a plan and list, you know, some things that they might need so that you could go to the county and say, this is what we're interested in doing, and kind of hold their feet to the fire on a timeline of sorts?
I would love, I don't wanna waste anybody else's time also. Once we figure out what's wrong, we gotta do the repairs. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Everything else in the kitchen does work except the kegerator. So everything, I know.
What's wrong with that? Come on.
So we have had everything else checked and everything else does work. It needs to be cleaned and then inspected so that it can be opened. That's what we're waiting on.
So are we waiting to get inspected and clean it? Or we just clean it?
But we can clean it, we just have to have time.
Sure, okay, okay, I just wanna make sure.
Like you're not doing.
Yes, that's, yeah, of course, I'm not saying it. It sounded like you were waiting for it to be inspected before clean.
Well, kind of because they took off the,
there's a beauty ring on the stack. We discovered when we took that off that there was one seam that wasn't welded. And we got verified that it was welded, but what we gotta do to fix it.
Then just weld
Would be as well as they didn't see it.
it. Yeah, just weld it, and then when they inspect it, if, you know.
Sorry, yeah.
So while they're at it, we come and do it, what's going on about it and repair it, and he decided that he wouldn't do it without county approval. I can't get the county to come and approve it.
Well, let's see, 3 commissioners are up for election.
So it's fun, actually.
Wow.
instead of calling one of the commissioners to be like, hey, can you?
One of the new ones.
Yeah.
Pretty much what we've done here. Yeah. See if we can do something with
Next, if you haven't heard anything by the, first Thursday in,
There you go, yeah.
next month, I'm not gonna attend the meeting.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's always showing up at the chamber meetings, so.
yeah. Okay. Anything else? Mayor and councilor reports, Bob.
Well, I think this weekend went very well. And thanks for the city support of that. And good crowds, despite the weather. Everybody likes a new venue, so that's probably where we're gonna keep it for, until they decide we need to grow a crop there again.
Plenty of parking,
Hmm?
plenty of parking.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the parking, we parked on the airport, the backside of the airport there. And there was plenty of it there. We even had an overflow set up. Didn't get into the overflow. Came close, but didn't get into it. But other than that, we're just moving on to the next event, which is, that's a great segue to you.
Rodeo's coming up, June 20th, first, Father's Day weekend. I'm assuming I asked already to lead the parade.
Yes.
I didn't do that lady. So the parade will be at 11 on Saturday through downtown on the normal parade route. And, the Ups will be doing a breakfast to support the event. Oh, I know.
Need medics or not?
Yeah.
Where's the breakfast going?
It's on my list. That's on my daddy list. When I asked for bleachers, that's also,
Yes, we're waiting.
yeah.
Where's the breakfast going?
It'll be at the Oaks Lodge. I think they're starting at 8,
8 is usually when they start.
When is it?
June 20th.
I love rodeos, anything and everything about rodeos.
So breakfast is at 8, the Oaks parade starts at 8. I think it goes till 10:30, parade's at 11, rodeo starts at 1. Usually over around 3:30.
Hey, one request on that, can you have all the trucks and cars go first before the horses, so we don't have to go?
No.
Like, then get somebody behind and scoop it up, you know?
I will think about that.
Cause that's kind of a pain, that's all, but there's one.
You'll be fine.
But then you gotta watch out for kids too, you throw candy right in them.
Well, you could always get, I don't know what you could do anymore, Ruthie Martin in her clown, costume to go behind it.
She used to.
I know she used to do that all the time.
Those little Elks used to dress up as rodeo clowns and.
Okay, I found out something that was really interesting for me today that I wasn't even aware of that existed, but this week, I noticed out at the golf course, that Brandon's gone in, just.
At the disc golf course?
Yeah, he just does an amazing job. And I found out that there are these boxes, like these stationary boxes, where people can donate money in there. So I thought, what a great idea, you know, because there's so many people, dog walkers and disc players, that could, you know, donate if they wanted to. For that, just go up and go to that box. And
Where is it?
Pardon?
Where is the box?
They have these boxes, but we don't have one. I was wondering maybe that would be something.
So they're like at an establishment.
Yeah, at an
I thought you were talking about.
We don't currently have one, other places have one.
Yeah.
And you wanted to know if you could get.
Kathy, I
Yeah.
don't think those will sit there that long.
Pardon?
They'll be taken away, I'm sure, by somebody.
Oh, you mean broken into or something
Oh,
like that?
definitely.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but maybe we could put it somewhere outside before they cross the railroad tracks. Maybe so it's more visible.
They'll still be broken into. We've
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
issues with, certain boxes like that. People have a lot of time, people who want to commit crimes have a lot of time to think about how they're gonna commit crimes, and they make devices that get into those boxes very easily and pull
Oh,
out the envelopes and stuff like
So
that,
you-
and the money.
okay.
Yeah, or they'll cut the locks, or they'll break it open, I mean.
Okay, yeah. Well, I just heard about it. I thought, man, what a great idea.
There's a payment box for the RV stuff, and they have to check that regularly.
Same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Just put up a sign with the QR code, you scan and send it out, there you go. That's what it's called.
Okay,
Nobody's gonna break that.
that's all I got.
That's
Sure.
probably that's your job, no, but provide information.
Like hack it somehow, yeah. Diana?
I don't think I have anything.
I actually got to, this interesting experience, speak at the circus. That came through town.
Oh, spoke at the circus, wow.
Ted asked me if I would, like, they give like a couple minutes to somebody in the community to ask me if I want to do it. So all I did was just share about upcoming events that were happening, like the, summer festival and things like that. So that was kind of cool, kind of watched most of it. It was really neat.
Did you wear a red nose?
No, I didn't. It's just with a polo shirt and nothing really. It's really interesting though. I have a feeling like they've come through town, I think 3 times now, every other year, yeah. And it seems like it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if it ever comes here again because this is dying and nobody's coming to it anymore. And I was chatting with the guy, one of the guys who travels with them, and he was saying like it's just, nobody's coming to the circuses anymore. And in Washington and California, they don't allow animals at the circus things anymore. You can't have animals, which kind of defeats the purpose, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
And so, I thought that was kind of interesting, but, it'll be interesting to see if they come back here, or how long they last. Anyway, so that was kind of a fun experience. And then knowing the flying pigs, this afterwards was really busy, I guess, but it was still pretty busy, and it was awesome to see how big it was. Yeah, so hopefully that's a start of and I mean, I know it's been going on for a couple of years now, but hopefully it's the start of this new thing that we're doing, and hopefully it's the start of something really big for us. Now we can just get some like hotels around here, would really help us, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good Memorial weekend and, yeah, and we're adjourned.